Greetings, Mike here with the Administrators. Time for a quick ramble session. Well, I've had a lot go through my head this morning already. So we're all ready. You ready for this? Are you ready for this? I was thinking, there's this guy, Andre 3000. He's in a group called OutKast. I would just wonder if he was thinking or maybe listening to the Gap Band. You dropped a bomb on me. When he came up with Roses. Yeah, let's fill in some gaps here. Gap Band is from Tulsa, and so am I. We have this thing called the Tulsa Sound. Yeah. Andre, yeah, he's got a little Dre in there. 3003. Well, there's a Trinity right there. Yeah. Your roses. And then there's the Chatterbox. And the download and the down low. Have you ever had the down low? You know the down low? What about the download? Have you ever had a download so intense your teeth rattled and chattered? That's the download. You get so deep into the realm, and the download is incredible from the cosmic consciousness. Yeah, that will make you shake like a Polaroid picture. See where we're going? We're going for a role. I got a role to play. I quote Leon a lot, but and JJ, the Rolling Stones, Led Zeppelin. See, they were all on track. They had a track. They were pretty groovy in the track. They know their lore and their alchemy. They're alchemists. Empire of the Sun. Those guys are alchemists. Check them out. They wear the symbology. Like Leon wore the symbology. Symbology roared on that cat. That big dog roared like a cat. Let's go into the lore. We like lore, and you need to know your lore. Lori. That's the truck, over there. Got a truckload of lore here for you. Lauren Michaels. Lauren, he got some lore in there. He knows his lore. He knows his symbology. See, my name's Michael, too. Michael, Mikey. Now, my middle name is Wayne. And I know the way in, and I can weigh in. Found my way in. Have you found your way in? You got to find your way in. It's your deal. It's your journey. It's a hero's journey. He arose. But he had to take the journey first. Jesus entered the temple at 12. Know your symbology. Let's talk about the love below there, Andre 3000. See the love below? That's Mars. Mars is god of war, but he kind of controls the root chakra. Now here it is, the love below. Anything below the heart is the underworld. And that's Kur, K-U-R, Kur. I'm purring about the Kur. And see, down there at the root chakra, it's all about the phallus, you see. But see, hey, ladies, if any girls are listening, the root chakra is a masculine chakra. Even on you girls. That's why you're, isn't that strange? There's a mask right there. See the mask? The masks are everywhere. And it's about masculine, feminine. And that's what they're hiding from everyone because they're out to get her. They don't want your feminine side showing up. That's why it's showing up so much. What they're hiding from you, you guys got to get it out. Somehow, some way, you got to let it out. And this is how it's happening. It's chaos, I know, but chaos will lead to a higher form of order eventually. They take time. You keep doing it until you get it right. Over and over until you get it right. Back to the lore and the fallacy. Hey, Jimmy, you got a Fallon? Yeah, his Fallon has fallen. He's a limp dick if I ever saw one. All that shit's limp, lame. Because it's all below the heart stuff, They're keeping you below the heart too, They're entertaining you. With their symbology. They know it very well. That's how the world is ruled by symbology. Ask Confucius. He said something about it. Confucius. To end confusion. Scriptures can confuse us. Intentionally. They did it on purpose. To control your mind. Yeah. They cut off our noses. Been harvesting that crop for thousands of years. Hey, it's a battle now for that crop, because they're losing their crops. Let's make sure they lose their crops. Get your noses back. Got your nose. Thumbelina. Let's go to Golgotha, place of the skull, where Jesus was crucified. You know anything about the crucifixion? The cross up? Got your cross over and your cross up? You got to cross over from the left hemisphere to the right. Get into the spiritual side of the mind. Get your mind right there, Luke. Lorne Michaels. Yeah, he's got some keys, He has the keys to the way in because he can use that symbology. Knows how to use the symbology. Just like Andre. You got to roll away the stone. See, Golgotha is the place of the skull. And inside the skull is a rock. And it's in a cave called the third ventricle or the fiery furnace. That's the arch, the ark. It's the fornix. So you got to get in there. You got to go into your cave there, Fred Flintstone. And as I've said before, see the cat, representing the Catholic Church, puts Fred out of his own cave at night. Put his candle out. Now see, Barney popped his pineal. That's why he's, the rubble. He walks in the rubble and nothing bothers him. He's stable. Fred's always at the harebrained idea. But at least he's married to Wilma. He's got the will of the Ma. And Ma's son. So you got to understand, here's another hijacking of religion and spirituality. See, Jesus, his father was Joseph. They say he was a carpenter. Yeah, it's a fishtail. Carpenter. He was a builder. because there is not much wood in the desert. He was a builder, and a builder is a mason, and that's a stone mason. And a stone is a rock, and a rock is the pineal gland. So Jesus popped his pineal gland at 12. All children should have a popped pineal by 12, and they'll see through the Maya. They won't be the blind. They won't be the Nazi. See? Whiskey River with his key. Homemade wine is DMT. Get drunk on some homemade wine there, you see. The grapes of wrath don't have to be. When you let go and the river flow, damn it. See, they, like JJ say, they choked it off and damned it and stole it like a bandit. Years ago, thousands of years ago, and see the program? You're in the program and don't even know it. Got to jump the ship. Jump the ship there, matey. I'm a Viking. Scandinavian. Full of shipment. Just shipping some mint. You know, we're entering the endless age, the golden age, the age of Aquarius. See, Aquarius is the water bearer, but he's an air sign. He's one of the few actual people in the Zodiac, which is the Mazzaroth. There, you Mazzy stars. See, it's the divine feminine that's making a big comeback. So it doesn't appear very divine, does it? Because all they want to do is scream and shout and holler and whine and cry. Who makes the most noise? Purple Rain. Rainmaker. The Rainmaker. Purple Rain is DMT. It's the milk and honey. It's the living waters. It's healing. You want to heal yourself, you go into the mind. You are the Epi-Pen. You're an Epi-Pen, so pin it. You are a community of around 50,000, 50 trillion cells. Each one of them puts out about 1.4 volts of electricity. So you're about 70 trillion volts. There, that's divine. Trillion. Three of you. There's three involved when this happens. You, Mary, and Yah. The marriage ceremony takes place in the mind. It's a frequency. You got to get the frequency of love and compassion. And so you got to vibrate above the heart. Got to go through the sun. If you understand the symbology, you'll understand. It's an electric universe out there. If you take the hero's journey and you experience the hero's journey there, Popeye, you'll be a Noah. You'll be a Noah. Peter is the rock, you know. And Andrew drew it up. You been jamming? Can you pump up the jams? You got to pump up the jams with the internal cistern. You know the cistern? See, the sister's still at the well. Gonna help you well it up. Yeah, it's the breath. The in and out breath. And the sequence. Got any sequence? You bedazzler, you. You can be the bedazzler here. Let's check out the shirt today. Today we're in our serpent. See, Eve was deceived by her own five senses. Snakes don't talk. You know snakes don't talk. But they do have a double-edged tongue. It's a say. It's like a say. S-A-I. Two-pronged. How many degrees in a circle? 360. How many degrees in masonry? You're always talking about their 33 degrees. You know, Jesus was 33 when crucified. Baseball been very, very good to me. 60.6 feet, 60 feet 6 inches to the pitcher's mound. Pitch. So everything's a distraction out there. The games are distractions from entering the temple. And the temple's the mind, the skull. See, there's something to see. Until you see it, you don't believe it. Have you been there? You got to been there. Been there before. I like to refer to Bond. I like to refer to Beverly Hillbillies, Star Wars, Star Trek. There's a story in here. There are subplots that you guys aren't seeing because you don't know your symbology. I guess we need to start a course in symbology. And the sooner the better, because it's all around. It rules the world. It rules the subconscious mind. Now I look at something so differently. And I ask myself so many more questions about it. Yeah, you got to see around. Your chalice, your cup. Cup runneth over, cup half full, cup empty. A C cup, a D cup. Reductions, implants. Golly. Hey, you're perfect just the way you are. I know you were told you're not perfect. And you believed it. Because of the ego is that other part of you that it's the father of all lies. He's inside of you. Never has left. That devil, he ain't outside, he's inside. Santa and Satan. That's you and you. It's the magic of the W, the U, and the U. Claustrum. Hey there, Klaus. See the claustrum? It's the white sheet. It's the snow-topped mountain. You go ski around. You skiing there? Uh-uh. You're out on a limb in the limbic system. In the reptilian complex, they're crocodile. Alligators and crocodiles. Oh, boy. I think I mentioned before a Subaru. What's a Subaru? Well, Sue is you. And the Baru? A Baru is a crocodilian, equally at home on the land or the water. Likes to lay in wait and ambush its prey. Subaru. Got a Forester? You're out in the wood with Odin. To the forest. Return to the forest. Come back like me. A little Pink Floyd for you. Come back like me. Where do you see me? Told you before, I'm upside down in your bat cave, Alfred. Al means the. Alchemy. The Kimmy. The Kim. It's alchemy that the controllers understand and the population does not. Alchemy. The dark arts. And the fiery darts of the dark arts. Oh, yeah, the love below. Yeah, that's Mars, god of war. And he's masculine. And they've messed us up with this word world. World spins. But world is a measure of time. It's basically a measure of time. And see, we're in a world now. We just left the world of Pisces, water. We're entering the age of Aquarius, air, head. It's finally going to be good to be called an airhead. Always was, just didn't know it. Just didn't know it. And there is no such thing as coincidence. No, none. And everything's timed to the millisecond. Somehow. So take a ride, take a little trip. Take a little trip with me. See, there is a cosmic consciousness. You enter that realm for the answers to all questions. They're out there in the cosmic debris. Leon has a line, 125 days on the road. One, 2, 5. Adds up to 8. Now eat this up. 8 represents infinity. That energy, the energy, our energy, cannot be created or destroyed, only transformed or returned to senda for redistribution. Yeah. Baby, come back. Or become a pillar in God's temple. You don't have to go out again. You don't have to go out again. Some are here because they want to be here. They didn't know it. They may not like it once they got here. But when you find your special purpose there, notice that was even about glasses. And you find your mission there, secret agent man. You know the private eye? Single eye. Secret agent man. It's the genie within. Eugene. See, why did the Maharaji send Papa Eugene in a box if Eugene can walk through walls? Your Eugene is in a box, and he can walk through walls once you let him out. But you got to go in and let him out. You got to grab him by the hand and say, let's go. Light in, light out. That's probably enough for this one, you know. But heroes go on the hero's journey. Remember the Gap Band. Some are just here to fill in the gaps. They taught us the letters, not the spells. They. Yeah, there's a they out there. They're called the controls. They've been doing this for thousands of years. They. It's a hand-me-down gnosis. They've been trying to keep it out of your hands. They did a damn good job for thousands of years. There are 2 star systems. The real one, the fake one. There is spirituality and there is religion. It's religion, and that's a dark force. There's a billion people sitting in Satan's pew without a clue. We must anneal the pineal. We don't kneel at a pine pew. It's the Hindu culture that, you know, when the elders get to a certain stage, they return to the forest. They go on a spiritual journey. But see, why wait? Jesus entered at 12. All children should have a pop pineal by 12. It's just that simple. We'll get a new government then. A government of the people, by the people, for the people. And it will have no president. It will have no king. It will have no dictator. It won't be necessary. And the police force, neither will they. They won't be necessary. It will be heaven on earth. It can be heaven on earth. It's supposed to be heaven on earth. The cosmic consciousness creates the world, the age, the times we live in. It's all created in here. It is the Super Bowl. The Super Bowl. What are you feeding it and what's in it? The jam, the right jam. Benjamin. been jamming. And to pump up the jams, like I said, it's DMT. Jam, Ja, M, Mary. The X and the Y. Come on, simple stuff. X and Y. Get your X and Y. It's the cross. You got to know a little bit about the cross. And the Yod, Yoda. Paleo Hebrew. The ox and the oxygen. And there's your genie within. One source energy. There's 4 elements. Really, there's a lot of elements. The periodic table of elements. Ellie Mae there. But before the periodic table of elements was the alchemical table. A lot of tables here, seeing Jesus was at the head of the table. And he's the stable at the head of the table, center of the table, centerpiece. A lot of bull. There's a lot of bull going on, but it's okay. Bibles and parables. That's why I'm the Toreador. Spin the bull, don't shoot the bull. You don't want to shoot your bull. The torus field is at the center of everything. The hyperboloid. What do you know about the Coriolis force? That's hemisphere stuff there. That's hemisphere stuff. The hemisphere. A hem's a little pocket. You sew it up. Sew up a little garment. And cigars. Everything's related. They talk about the Nephilim. Nephilim, they're giants. Well, they're nephews of Thalem. And Thalem is the lamb. And Thalem is a star. We call it Fomalhaut now. But at one time it's Be the Lamb, Bethlehem, Star of Bethlehem. Thalem is the lamb. Now you be the lamb for a change. That would be some correct change. That'd be some correct change for you there. Put your quarters in a mason jar. How many quarters in a mason jar? Or a quart mason jar, I guess. It'd have to be a quart jar. Jar head. And the broken glass. Wow. Fractured. Faceted. The fractured facet. Who's in that mirror? Is it a pretty picture? Make it a pretty picture. Last train to Clarksville. I met a Clark the other day. Sea Lark. And there's an ark there too. See? Where do you live? Are you happy as a lark? Just floating on the ark? The Rio. Hey, Rio. The Rio Grande. When the levee break. Back to Aquarius. Back to now. The current C. Are you in the current C? Yeah, the endless age is Aquarius right into Capricorn. That's the next age after this, a Capricorn. The age of Capricorn. Cornucopia. Cappy. And the transition is seamless. Unlike this transition from Pisces to Aquarius. It's going to take, we realize the world age is 2,160 years. So we'll be into the age of Aquarius, really, really good in about 700 years, 720 years from now. I think we can speed that up. Can we speed up time? Can we make time? Can you make time? So there's the problem. Nobody can make time. I can make time. I know how to make time. Saturn makes time. Kronos makes time. I can kill time, and I can make time. And I'm good at both. Pretty good at both. But even when I'm killing time, I'm making time. Because when I'm killing time, I'm thinking about time. When is your time out? You ever have a timeout? You gotta have a timeout. A 7th inning stretch. That's meditation. Meditation is mediation, is medication. Medi. So there's your Medi. And you are the quantum mechanic, the quantum physician, and the quantum magician. The Magi. See, we're here to open eyes. The one. The one that matters. Matter doesn't matter, only energy is. And energy, electricity, animates matter as a matter of fact. Crime and Italy. Crimatics. Crimea River. Crimea River. DMT. The Battle of Fire and Ice, You got to heat it up to it, you heat it up and cool it off. Heat it up, cool it off. That's annealing. You anneal the pineal. You heat it up and cool it off. Heat it up and cool it off. Spontaneous combustion. Spontaneous remission can happen. Spontaneous remission of illness. It's right there. The mind created the illness. The mind can cure the illness. But you got to go in, Luke. You got to go in. See, it was Luke Skywalker that said we're going in. And Yod, yeah, it is the smallest character. It's just a little but it's just enough to turn the Y to an X. Just enough. You and your tribes of Dan, DNA, RNA, don't let them play with your RNA. See, it was the RNA, that's the rib. RNA is the rib, ribonucleic acid. Don't let them play with your RNA. That's what the jab's all about. It's an experiment, and you're a guinea pig, and that's a crime. Seriously, folks. This is why we need a whole new PNEU system. A new system. It's coming. I hate to think that it's 700 years away still. But we can be back for it. You'll come again. We'll return. Make it happen. Keep coming back until we make it happen. I think we can get 35 million people together and make it happen quicker. How do we get 35 million together on this? Make it happen quicker. Multi-level marketing. Everybody's at a different place on the path. It's what the empath, the empath, they read the vibe. They can kind of tell where you are on the path. And hopefully they're gentle enough to leave you where you are, plant a seed or two, but just give you a stroke, a lift, just a little lift. And let that go, let that grow. You don't want you want to be too harsh. I've been harsh. I can be harsh, at a certain point. You cross the line. Have you made your peace with Jesus yet today? Well, remember, Jesus, Jupiter Zeus, is expansion. Salem is the lamb. Spirituality, just understand it. The gods. Yeah, there's one God, but he's the God of fire. He's the God of water. He's the God of earth. And he's the God of air. Part of him is masculine, and part of him is feminine. Everybody wants to put a sexual orientation on the Creator. He's either both or he's nothing at all. Come on. You've been both. Maybe some of you liked it so much that, I don't know. But there is something going on the inside that knows something ain't right about all this. And it wants out. It wants out. And it's coming. Can't stop it. Can't be stopped. However hard they try. I think that's probably enough of this rattle trap. But just realize the download, the shake, it gets intense. But meditate every day. Try to go in every day. It's a practice. It's not easy, but it gets easier. And you figure it out. You find a way. I like my refrigerators hum. Then I'm chilling with Frigga. Frigga is Freya. It's all a wordplay. Etymology. Study words. Study the words and study the spells. The symbology. See a C plus a 7 makes a G. I have a philosophy that they put across at the beginning and the ending of a lot of words. For instance, tsunami. Now I know there's not one at the end. But Su means you. T is the cross and Su means you. N is the sum. A is the Aleph. M, Mary. Marine. The waves. That's the M, the W. It's the magic. And the eye, the single eye, the mind's eye. The all-seeing eye. The all-seeing eye. It's right in there. Go see it sometimes. You might want to see it. There's 7 billion people, 7 billion perspectives until they all see this. But then there's one. I was thinking about Raven's milk and the Milky Way, candy bars, Mars bars. Poison wrap, pretty candy. Candy can be poison wrapped pretty, Ryman Road, Ra, the Most High, and raiment is to be wrapped in the mind of Ra, rapper. And some of the rappers they got wrapped up in that mind. Snooped around like a dog and found it. There you go. There you go. I'm gonna have to get me a stoop or a shelf. And see, even that reminds me of a song lyric. But we're not going to go there. We're going to leave that as a hook, a tease. There's one of the channels, man. Everything they do is a tease. They can't let one thing go without turning it into a tease to come back, to get you back. Baby, come back. I'll be back. That's what I do. I come back.